Hello, welcome beautiful souls. My name is Angela with Rising in the East. I like to do pick a card readings and share information about developing your own intuition and tapping into your own self-care needs, how to listen to your body, things like that. So thanks for joining me today. I'm really excited. I'd like to share something special and a little bit different from what I've shared previously. So with this particular session, I wanted to kind of integrate a little bit some information that I received while I was within the Akashic Records. And for those of you that may not be aware, the Akashic Records is you can kind of look at it as like a library of the soul. It's a place where all the information is held and retained for past lives, present, and future. So far, I'm just studying right now, so I'm just going in to access the information that they have available and are willing to share. And I did ask if there were any special channeled reading messages for those who felt called to select one of the readings today. So hopefully one of those messages really resonates for you. And since I'm still a student, I'm still learning, I would love to hear your feedback. You can actually just comment down below, send me a message on Facebook. I would love to hear your response. That feedback really helps me to ground into the work that I feel called to do. So I look forward to hearing what you have to say about that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to invite you right now to take a few long, slow, deep breaths. And tune into your body. See which of these decks seems to stand out most for you. On the left here, we have number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. Just tune into your body. See which one calls to you the most. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and select your option from the timestamps in the comments below. Welcome, Group 1. I'm so excited to get to read for you today. If you selected this beautiful selenite piece, then this message is for you. Receive the very powerful third eye portal. And I'll go ahead and share with you the message of the third eye portal. Right now, you are experiencing an awakening of a kind. Your intuitive abilities are starting to come in a little bit more. You're starting to wake up. You're becoming more aware of special innate gifts, talents. You might have been actually born a natural psychic and perhaps blocked off that information. But this might be scary for you right now. I get the feeling this is really unfamiliar, uncomfortable territory. Perhaps you have a lot of doubts or feelings of maybe insecurity, inability, just a lot of, I get the sense that there's hesitation and resistance here on some level. Those of you that are excited, I think that there may still be some emotional blocks and healing that needs to be completed before you can step forward a little bit more and embrace that, but it is time for that if you choose it. That's the important thing to remember, is this is a choice. This is a way for you to get to decide what that looks like for you. And this time I didn't select the other cards for the rest of the reading, but there is one more thing I did want to share. something you can do to tap into exercising your third eye, your clairvoyance, your sight. Maybe to just do a couple of things. One thing you can do is, of course, meditate. Try to get really clear on what you're seeing in your visualizations. When you're in the space of meditation, when you're comfortable with meditation, maybe you're not only just beginning. Once you're in that place and you're able to start visualizing, try to see if you can create more of a richer environment that you can actually see in your mind's eye. Another thing you can do is just try to consciously visualize. Just put yourself in a state of calm, just relax, deep breathing, perhaps some beautiful music, and really tuning into someplace that you love, right? So maybe you love the beach. Maybe you see yourself sitting on a blanket or a towel, I guess, with your feet in the sand, and maybe you see the sand sticking between your toes. Maybe you're walking along the coastline of the beach and you feel that water, and you can look down and see, the water curling up around your toes and, washing off the sand that's sticking there. So those are a couple of ways. Another way might be to take a really interesting story. I felt really called to do this, and I later discovered this is a way to help develop your third eye. So to take a crystal that you feel really connected to. So for me, it was this one, actually, this beautiful quartz crystal that really called out to me in just a crystal shop, and told me I needed to set it on the center of my forehead and meditate. And at that time, I was experiencing a spiritual awakening of my own. My vision was disturbed. I was starting to have problems with my eyesight. It was really challenging for me. So it was actually a relief for me to place that crystal on my third eye, even in a conscious state, just to kind of get that breath of absolute relief. It may sound crazy. It may work for you. It may not. Maybe quartz crystal doesn't resonate for you. Maybe it's fluorite or selenite, like the beautiful piece that you selected today. It's what resonates for you. But these are just suggestions. And those are great ways to help to exercise your third eye, your clairvoyant ability. So I didn't actually pick out the cards ahead of time this time. This first card is how I support myself. So this may be how you're supporting yourself right now, what you're doing to meet your own needs right now. There we go. Play. So for some of us, play is a means to be creative, helps to move those gears along and get us thinking and moving in creative ways to get through difficulty. For some of us, play is avoidance. It's, avoiding our responsibilities, avoiding our commitments. So really looking at what that looks like for you right now, I think play is a way for you to help to cope through your difficult emotions. So the first card is play. This next card is a representation of what I need. So what you need right now, you're trying to meet your needs in other ways, but maybe something you didn't realize you needed. So this next card represents what I need. So please share with me what card we can illuminate for group 1, what I need. Self-reflection. Maybe it is avoidance right now. Maybe we are kind of avoiding those difficult topics, those difficult situations in order to cope. But maybe self-reflection would be actually healing for you, taking that time to go within and explore what the needs are at a deeper level. So right now is a time where you could use the opportunity for deep reflection, inner inner reflection to help guide you to your next steps. Evaluate things. I mean, look at where you're at, what you want in life. Are you where you want to be? Is this the path that you've chosen to be on, but is it the path you want to stay on? Is there anything that's come up for you that made you realize, hey, I really want to change this. I want to do something totally different. I want to, I don't know, quit my job and join the circus, or, become a famous artist, or go to school full time, or, something that you've always dreamed of, or forgotten that you dreamed of, or decided this would be amazing. And this is what's really making my soul sing right now. The more you're able to self-reflect, the more you're able to help steer. Once you know what you want, what your goals are, then you can make those informed decisions about what it is that you want to do. You can move from a space of, really allowing your heart to lead you, or allowing yourself to lead, but listen to your heart, listen to that input. And in doing that, you can uncover so many incredible relationships, experiences. It may lead you on a completely different path. But being open to that right now is really a beautiful gift that you can give to yourself. This next card is what you're grieving. So right now, a lot of us are still on stay-at-home orders. And we've had to sacrifice a lot to be here, to sit in this space, and to try to maintain, sanity, normalcy, creating a new sense of what life is like for us. So this next card represents what you're grieving. Okay, guys, I feel this one. This is a new deck for me, and every time I've read these cards, this one has popped up for me. So this is the Triumph of Lies. This is, you're getting a reflection. I'm sorry about that. Maybe you can see better there. Triumph of Lies. So this is actually about the masks we wear, deciding what's important to us. Maybe mourning, a dream that, and maybe a lot of us are mourning, the idea that our society was, in a good state before, and that we want to go back to that. But the reality is we can't. We can't. It's not possible. We're going to have to relearn and renew what our own individuality is going to look like and how we move forward. I mean, we can plot and plan and make, set intentions as much as we'd like, but these next few steps are going to be a little bit of a challenge. I have a feeling there may be some folks trying to dictate what that looks like for us as a society, but as individuals, we're still going to need to be able to make those decisions for ourselves. So Triumph of Lies really speaks to that. It also speaks to, going back to that, uncovering the mask of who we were in this society, what our role was, and, how we contributed. What really matters. I mean, deeper than that, I think, the message that comes up is, we want to be what our society, what the outside world wants us to be. We want to fit in. We want things to go smoothly. We don't want to resist. We want to flow, right? We want everything to be happy. And the problem with that is we lose our identity in doing so. When we take off that mask, when we reveal who we really are, it can be hard to see what's underneath, like what those questions are. Maybe we're mourning the idea of who we really wanted to be. But this time is really getting us all, I think, to a deeper place of, what is going to be fulfilling for us. I mean, not only are we being compromised in our daily lives to have to sacrifice for our own safety, making these choices for our own safety, to stay at home, to stay sheltered, to stay with our families, and, follow these rules so that we can stay safe and continue to be as healthy as possible. Meanwhile, we all had these other ideas of how that was going to go, and we're doing our best to figure out who we are. We're the ones having to spend all this time with ourselves right now, right? So who am I? What do I want? What does that look like for me? Where do I fit in? What do I have to contribute? How can I give myself what I need? And for some people, that's easier than for others. But taking this time to really look at where we're at, evaluate where I'm at, what's going on, let's do that self-reflection. May be hard, but it'll help you to be better prepared for your next steps. And the next steps are how we give, right? So this is how we give, how we show up in the world, and what messages lie there. So I'll go ahead and shuffle these up. May I please have one card for group one, please? One card for group one, please. How they give. Interesting. You know what? You got two cards. And I was just going to pull the first one for the message that it gives. The waterfall, really beautiful. Six of Forces. And the second one behind it, I thought was really appropriate considering. The Akashic Library. We're going to go ahead and get into the waterfall first. So the waterfall speaks to me of really tapping into that psychic energy. I mean, water is emotion, it's intuition, it's the flow, and you're probably experiencing a lot of that. The universe loves you. The universe has intentions for you. And you know, the more you tap into this, the more you allow yourself to wake up, to engage, the more you can actually learn to use those beautiful gifts, those messages, and understand their meaning. The universe has a lot of faith in you, but ultimately, it's your choice. You can choose to not answer the call. I feel like you may be in a space of not really knowing if this is something that you want or not. Maybe a part of you, it calls to a part of you from, I don't know, a deep inner knowing that this feels right, but there's another part that still has a lot of doubt. But this is a time of a great awakening for all of us. I mean, we're all kind of hanging out, so why not practice a little bit of psychic ability? Why not? What could hurt? And there's nothing wrong with trying it and not being right every time. I mean, you don't have to be perfect or exact, and you can still be using your gifts as long as you're showing up in integrity and it's coming from the heart. And these messages are coming from a place of, you know, not of good intention, right? Like wanting to help others or wanting to share information, wanting to explore, to learn. And the Akashic Library a little bit does speak to me about that. I think that with further like delving into what your needs, what your wants are, getting into that own personal awareness of, you know, where you're at, where you're moving forward, that helps you in the ways that you show up for other people. I think really that deep introspection and, you know, that curiosity helps you to grow and evolve as a person. You know, your interests are going to change many times over your lifetime, but I mean, right now is a time of manifestation. I mean, you're able to manifest and draw into your life great change. I mean, just, you know, acknowledging what may be going on with your body, with your experiences. You know, if you're developing intuition or sight or hearing or feeling, you know, right now is a great time for studying, learning more about that, and discovering how you can use these gifts to the best of your ability, how you can protect yourself and keep yourself safe and grounded, what that means. So if you're here with me, there's obviously a reason for that. So just know, I get the impression that you have a lot of gifts and abilities that are right there for the taking, ready for you to begin to grow and exercise them and develop them and learn about them. But it is your choice. Ultimately, it's always your choice, and you can choose to say no, or you can choose to say yes. And if you choose yes, I get the impression that the opportunity for greater, deeper introspection and connection with other people, a deeper understanding of others, and having gone through those experiences and having tried to heal from what it is that you're struggling with now might help you to support someone else later on. So those are the messages that I have for you today from the cards. I'd like to go into the messages that I received from Spirit, from those in the Akashic Records, the masters, the guides, and the loved ones. That's who I communicate with when I go into the Akashic Records. So I'll go ahead and grab that message and I will read it for you. Here's the message from the Akashic Records for you. You are awakening to your potential. You must choose to answer the call if you wish to grow. This path is not easy for you. You have been greatly challenged. Your loss is heavy on your heart. You must release it and the pain to begin healing. If you continue to hold glass tightly in your hands, you will continue to experience pain. You must remove it so that you can heal from it. There is pain in the healing, but it will come in time, and with it all the gifts of your healing. You are loved. You are safe. Your heart is ready to heal. Letting the pain go doesn't mean you will lose what memories remain. That's all I have for you today. Please do like, comment, share your experience with me. I look forward to the feedback. It's really valuable to me. If you'd like to book a session with me, you can always contact me at www.risingintheeast.com. You can book a session directly online. If you have any questions, you can send a message to me through the website, or you can find me on my Facebook business page. And stay tuned for any updates or postings that might be coming up, any specials I might have. I may have something coming up soon. We'll see if you're interested in that. If you'd like an Akashic Records reading, right now the cost will be $10 per question with a maximum of 5 questions. So a minimum of 3, maximum of 5. So look forward to hearing from you and your feedback. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye. Welcome, beautiful souls who selected Group 2. Those of you that selected Group 2 have chosen this beautiful, almost completely clear quartz crystal. Look at that baby. Hello, pretty. Hello. And with it, the message, solar portal. I got a little bit of reflection from this light here, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And this is the energy of the solar plexus. It says being centered, balancing power, manipulation. So let's take a closer look at this. The message of the solar portal for Group 2. So the message of the solar portal, it speaks to me of really getting in with your intuition, right? Your gut feelings, your empathic abilities, right? Your feelings, and learning how to really trust that above what you're being told elsewhere. Really feeling into your body and listening to that divine drive. Those messages have a lot of power and a lot of value for you right now. I really feel like the more you do this, the more you tap into this, the more you will experience, moments of divine guidance, and you really truly will be spirit-led. So it's a very exciting time for you with the solar portal. I do want to go ahead and get into the reading. And this time I didn't actually prepare the cards ahead of time. So we're going to go ahead and do, not really a live reading since it's recorded, but I am shuffling right now. So I may edit. Sometimes it takes a minute to get these cards to pop up. Here we go. This first card represents how you support yourself. So this is what you're doing right now to try to support yourself. Can I have one card for group 2 to share how they're supporting themselves right now? How are they showing up for themselves right now? Can I have one card for group 2, please? One card for group 2, please. Say it takes a minute. One card for group 2, please. How they support themselves. Oh, there it is. I'll be right back. Beautiful. How you support yourself right now. Nurture. Look at that. Look at that art. It's so beautiful. Nurture. What are you doing to nurture yourself right now? Are you lovingly preparing meals? Are you making sure to take lots of, care and attention to your own body, to your own physical needs in your environment? Are you nurturing yourself by, continuing to reach out and maintain connection with others? How are you nurturing yourself right now? I'm going to go ahead and pull the next card. This next card represents what you need. So this may be something that you need, but you may not be aware that you need it. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what the cards have to say. Oh, it popped right out. Patience. There are a lot of times where I really feel like I could use a lot more of this. So it's hard. There's like this dichotomy between nurturing yourself and having the patience, right? Having the patience for us to be able to step out into the world and share our gifts like boldly and just be like, hey, what's up? I'm here. Let's do this thing. But we can't do that right now. We have to show up in different ways. And having the patience too, like with ourselves and our own development, or maybe you have a lot of things coming up for yourself and you're needing to really do more to support yourself in that nurturing. Maybe it's being patient with yourself, with your growth, being kinder to yourself. Don't have such high expectations right now. I mean, the world is experiencing a trauma as a whole. The people of this planet are undergoing this crazy experience that none of us ever expected to have to see in our lifetimes. Who could predict this? Well, some people maybe, but I didn't. And it's just a matter of being patient with yourself and trusting that you're on the right path. You're exactly where you need to be right now. We're all exactly where we need to be right now. Challenges, difficulties, setbacks, all of it. It's all part of our growth process, our experience. But maybe offering yourself a little bit more love, a little bit more patience. And just being present in this moment right now. I'm going to take another look at this card and see what else it has to say. So I think further messaging in this card is enjoying the journey, right? How many more moments do you have right now where you can dive into yourself, right? Or have a long conversation, or you don't have any place to be, you don't have any place to go. You can enjoy 20 minutes longer in a nice hot bath. Awesome. Who wants to rush back into a life where we have to speed everything up? So when I look at it, I look at nurture and I look at patience. I mean, these two are perfectly primed for the slow progression and development of the spiritual journey, right? We plant a seed in the ground and we wait and we wait and we wait for it to grow. We don't like hover over it and say, hurry up. We don't talk to it like that. We shouldn't talk to ourselves like that. This is the time to enjoy the journey, enjoy the experience, enjoy the learning, enjoy the moment right now. So beautiful message from Spirit about what you need. Now this next one may be a little bit tougher. This is going to be, this next card represents what you're grieving. We're all grieving a little something right now. We're all grieving a little something right now. All of us are experiencing our own challenges in our lives. You know, we have a whole new experience, whole new world. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what these beautiful cards have to say. Anger in chains is the message. A little dark, a little scary. You know what? I feel like maybe you have had the experience of losing your temper a little bit. I mean, we're all showing a different side of ourselves, one we never expected to show to the world. But we're all having our own kind of unique experience in the middle of all of this. Some of us may be required to support a family. Some of us are maybe all on our own. Some of us may not have anybody to express our feelings to. And so therefore we kind of like lash out because we don't really know how to process this stuff. I mean, there's no book written on this. Well, okay, so there's a lot of different coping mechanisms, but you don't have to be an expert of all of them. But, you know, maybe taking the time to explore that might be something that you can do as you're nurturing yourself. So, well, let me take a closer look at this card and see what more information I can get. So, anger in chains, of course, right? We're all homebound. We're just supposed to stay here and wait for the world to open up and be okay with that. You want to be free. You want your freedom. And that makes perfect sense, that patience piece. But knowing that you can't right now, knowing you can't go out in the world right now, what can you do to support yourself? How can you allow yourself to show up in a way that's more encouraging, in a way that's more supportive, not just for the people around you, but also for you? I mean, when you create that stress, that pressure, that anxiety, you also create it for yourself, within yourself, right? So taking that time to maybe breathe into it, breathe into the idea that right now I can't be out there, I can't be free. Mourning that freedom, releasing that. And try to be patient and present with where you're at right now. I think that might help you to get a little bit more grounded. Maybe focus on the little things, the little moments. You know, reach out, ask for help, ask for support, ask for ideas. Talk to somebody. You know, especially if it's going to be too big to carry. Absolutely, talk to somebody. I'm sorry you're experiencing that right now. I know a lot of us are, but right now it's about you, right? That's why you're here. That's why you picked group 2. You're safe. You're loved. Keep doing the things to nurture yourself and keep yourself feeling comforted and safe. Keep doing that. It's not going to be too much longer. It'll be different, but it's not going to be too much longer. So trust that. There's one more card here for this deck, for this particular reading. And this last card is how you give. So this is how you give from yourself, how you show up in the world, what that looks like for you, how you give. One card for group 2, how they give. I just suddenly got filled with excitement and joy. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't know if it's related. I don't know what that's about. I have one card for group 2. One card for group 2, please. Paths unknown. 8 of scrolls. Oh, it's not zooming in. There it goes. I love it. There's a beautiful little fox there, a little raccoon, a little squirrel, all these birds. Let's look at that again. It's so cute. See them? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. Paths unknown. Let's think about that for a minute. We are in a space of the unknown, right? Every day is different. We never know what to expect. And the way the news is going, holy crap, there's all kinds of madness out there. But you want out. You want to go on a trip, right? Like you want to be out there and do and achieve and like explore, and you want to uncover paths unknown. So let's look at this a little bit closer. So, paths unknown. Looking at this card a little bit closer, I see we have 3 paths. We have this one here, and this one back here. If you always stay on the clear path, you always know where you're headed, right? Like you're always prepared, you know what's going on, you know what your intentions are, but you also don't get to experience adventure and excitement. Paths unknown. You have an opportunity now, right? Instead of sitting in the space of being angry and feeling trapped, you have an opportunity to explore, learn something new, enjoy this moment, take a new moment to take a class, right? An online class, go for a hike. Taking that time to tune in to what could be your next best thing. Very exciting stuff. Lots to think about. Lots going on. You follow that intuition, right? That we were leading with, that gut feeling, that experience. And you continue to nurture yourself and support yourself at this time. And if you are able to try to give yourself that patience that you deserve, and you learn how to be in this present moment, then you'll have more opportunity to release yourself, right? And let go of those restrictions so that you don't feel so much the feelings of confinement and being forced into this situation, so that when the time comes, you can explore enough to know where you want to go, what you want to look into for those paths unknown. So that is all the cards that I have for you today. However, I do have the additional Akashic reading message that I received for you, specifically for those that selected Group 2. It is a channeled message from the masters, guides, and loved ones of those who would have selected Group 2. So hopefully these messages resonate for you, and I'll go ahead and get that right now. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. All right, so I have a message for you, Group 2, and the message is this. You are a warrior, gentle in your approach or fierce in your determination. Your confidence comes from your soul for having mastered many lifetimes of learning. Your path is unique, for you have been ready. You have seen this world changing, though you couldn't predict how. Your work is important. You are called now to use your gifts of healing, organization, design, research, education. Now is the time to teach, experience, build, share the value of your gifts. They are needed. It will help bring about the healing of humanity. Don't doubt yourself. Don't question your intuition. Just act. This is your call to do your work. Don't ask for permission. Just begin and know your soul's work is for the greatest good of all. So that's the message that I have for you today from the Akashic Records. I do hope that that it has value for you. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated for you, please do like, comment, and share. If you'd like to stay updated on everything, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel and stay in the loop for any updated videos, messages, anything else I might add in the future. If you're interested in a private reading, you can always reach out to me through my website, www.risingintheeast.com, for a private tarot reading. Or you can also send me a message if you're interested in an Akashic Records reading. At this time, I'm offering Akashic Records readings for $10 a question, with a minimum of 3 questions and a maximum of 5. So please do go ahead and reach out if you are interested. So I look forward to hearing your feedback and connecting if you feel like you'd like to connect. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks. Welcome, beautiful souls who selected group 3. And this gorgeous quartz crystal. This one has a very special story behind it. It actually talked to me and found its way to me, told me how to use it. And how it told me to use it was for me to place it on the center of my forehead and meditate, or just rest it there. And when I do this, I know it looks a little weird, but when I do this, I feel like the tension, stress, pressure, calming. This feeling of calm and ease spreading over me. Kind of cool. So this is very special to me. This is my first, that I recall, first stone that really talked to me. So if you selected group 3, you picked a piece of my heart. Love this baby. Okay, so welcome. Now that I'm done with all that craziness, welcome. You have selected group 3, and this first card, so beautiful. So beautiful. Look at this. It's called the Promise. Oh, I hate that there's a glare. Here it is. It's a little bit backwards, at least it appears that way to me, so I'll read it to you. It says soulmates, attraction, partnership. So let's go ahead and take a look at that message a little bit deeper. So let's look at this. This speaks to me of like deep connection, love, and the promise of the one thing that we all look for, you know. Talks about like a love upgrade. So maybe right now in your relationship you're not feeling terribly connected with your partner. Maybe you're not in a relationship. Maybe that means that the doors are opening up for you. But more importantly than that, and under the surface of all of this, to me speaks the message of learning to love yourself, going in deep, loving yourself for who you are, forgiving yourself, treating yourself like the love of your own life, right? like all the things you want in a partner. I mean, you probably have heard people talking about that at some point in your life. You know, treat yourself like you would somebody else, or you need to love yourself first. Well, the reason for that is if you do love yourself, if you completely love yourself and you give in and you surrender to that love, then you are honoring yourself. You are not settling for relationships that that make you question your integrity, or that put you in a position to wonder if this is the right person for you. You know, when you have that confidence in yourself, anything else is an added bonus. So being able to have that kind of relationship with yourself would be definitely a love upgrade. So beautiful message. And with this reading, I didn't shuffle all the cards ahead of time like I usually do, so I'm just going to go for it. The first message here will be how you support yourself. Pamper. Do it. Pamper yourself. It doesn't have to be a face mask. It can just be things that make you feel good. Surround yourself with beautiful things, with people, with loved ones. Surround yourself with what makes you happy, what makes you feel good. Pamper. What does that look like for you? What is your pamper routine? How do you show up for yourself? Pamper. I love it. So the next card is what you need. So this next card represents maybe something you're not aware that you're not giving to yourself. So we'll go ahead and shuffle up. Let's see what we get here. One card for group 3. One card for group 3, please. There it is. Ah, interesting. Patience. This card jumped out for the last group too, so very interesting. Patience. Being present, right? Being here now, being in this moment, allowing yourself not only the ability to pamper, but also the ability to release and relax when you're soaking in that tub. You're not thinking about the laundry, you're not thinking about dinner, you're not thinking about anything. You're being present in this moment and enjoying your experience. Yes, patience, right? We all want to hurry up and get this world moving again so we can get out there and get our massage, because let me tell you, I need one. But in reality, having that patience to allow things to grow and nurture and develop also gives us the opportunity to go within and kind of figure out what it is that we really need and what we really want, right? Now, here's something I'd like to share. Before this experience, I would often go get my eyebrows waxed. Many women do this. A lot of people get their nails done, hair done. For me, it's an eyebrow wax because I have crazy mismanaged eyebrows. But this experience has taught me that it doesn't matter what my eyebrows look like. Like, are you looking at my eyebrows now? Yeah. Were you looking at them 10 minutes ago? Probably not. How we view ourselves, how we perceive others to view us, that's just a reflection of where we're at. Being in this space, I didn't really even think about that until just now, till we just started talking about, eyebrows. I'm not going to rush right out and go get my eyebrows done. Sure, I've got a package deal where I can get them waxed whenever I want, but I'm okay. Like, I'm not going to run anybody over trying to get my eyebrows waxed. There's nothing I need that badly. So just patience, practice, being present. What's the most important thing right now? Not my eyebrows. Maybe not even painting my fingernails. Maybe that's later. I don't know. Maybe that's how I pamper myself. But for right now, just being patient. This next card may bring a little bit more challenge. This next card represents what you're grieving, right? So what you're letting go of, what you're releasing at this time. So may I have one card for group 3, please? Or one thing you're struggling with letting go of, maybe would be a better way to put it, because that would be the grief stage. Something you've let go, or something that you're in the process of or resistant to let go. So what am I grieving right now? What is group 3 grieving right now? Parasite. Let's look at that. Let's look at that a little bit more. So to me, this message of parasite speaks to me of maybe some difficulty within a relationship, right? And how you're managing that. It can be the way that we talk to ourselves, you know, those negative self-talk, or maybe even the way we're talking to someone else because they were talking to us that way, and maybe they deserve it, and maybe this or maybe that, and so it's just this self-fulfilling prophecy. It is much like the parasite, right? So if that's something you're grieving and something you're letting go of, is a relationship that may have even been considered toxic or damaging, or maybe you were a participant in that. Grieving that, grieving the letting go of that, the wish that it could be something different, and accepting your responsibility and your role maybe, and forgiving that, letting that go, letting that self-defeating behavior, right, that damaging behavior on both sides, letting that go for good, releasing it, forgiving it, let it go. That's a lot to let go of. That's a lot to grieve, especially if you're living in a house with somebody right now where you're having a difficult time emotionally. Maybe you're not being kind to one another. Maybe you continue to say nasty things to each other. Maybe it just continues to feed itself, right, like a parasite, until eventually it kills itself. Like the parasite ends up killing itself. Until eventually it ends up destroying itself, right? The more you feed into that, the more you're destroying the relationship. So how are you giving to yourself? How are you giving to that other person? How are you allowing that space to be one that can be not toxic anymore, right? Like, how are you cleaning that up? How are you contributing to that? So in what ways can you help? We have one more card for this group. And this card is how you give, right? So we have how I support myself, how I, what I'm not seeing, what I need, how I grieve, and how I give. So this last card represents how you give right now and where you're at in this space. Okay, there it is. Aww, 2 of Roses. Winged Messengers. Beautiful. In this deck, the roses actually represent the cups. So 2 of Cups is one of my favorites because I'm all about the lovin's. You know Mama Ange loves her loves. So here we go. 2 of Roses. So the interesting thing about this, though this is like supposed to be 2 of Cups, it's a different deck, different message. So let's look at the picture a little bit closer. So we have a dove, right? That's accompanied by an angel with a message in its beak. And then we have this hawk that also has a message, but we have this spilt china and this, this disarray on the table. I'm not sure if you can see. Right, so the china spilt and broken. You see the hawk and the dove, right? These messengers. So to me, I believe these are messages from Spirit, right? So to take a look at your current circumstances from a higher perspective, taking that higher perspective will help you to see what you need to see in order to repair what needs to be repaired, or to love and forgive what needs to be loved and forgiven. right? Beautiful. So trust those messages from Spirit. When you gain that higher perspective and you're able to step back and go, whoa, hold on, what's up here? So that's a possible thing. So another thing to keep in mind too is the presence of this hawk, right? So this hawk tells me, he's kind of a predator. He may be coming in with some negative stuff. So you may see more like difficulty, more challenges coming your way. Things trying to like offset your circumstances or your plans or your intentions, right? Your higher guidance. But keep showing up, keep trying, keep pushing forward. Spirit will always win, right? But as long as you let it, Spirit will always win. And that's all I have for you today in terms of the cards for those messages. But I do also have your channeled message from the Akashic Records. I'll go ahead and pull that right now and we'll read it. You are so gentle. Your perfect tender heart has led you to this time to lay your hands upon the soil, the trees, the animals, and send love and light through pulses of love straight to the heart of Mother Earth. This is the message of healing the world needs. A pulse like your own heartbeat through your palms or the soles of your feet, straight to the center. Keep doing your beautiful work. Keep sending your beautiful love to her heart, to her children, to her trees, her creatures. Your love will bind us. Forgive easily and often. There is no space for regret, remorse, or emptiness. So it may seem a little bit conflicting, but I do think it is in alignment with the messages that you received today. So from the parasite, patience, pampering, the promise of love, the promise of something greater. All beautiful messages, all important messages. Being patient, knowing that the time is coming. The time is coming for you to be able to heal our world with the love in your heart. And though things may be challenging right now with this parasite feeling and energy, you have the ability and the gift to be able to heal that. And that time to do that is coming. So have faith, know when to show up. I just had a little sneaky peeker. Know when to show up and trust that. Trust your intuition because it knows when to tell you what to do next. So thank you all so much for watching today. I hope this message and these messages resonated for you. I look forward to your feedback. You can leave a comment, like, subscribe, comment below, however they do that. I'm still new to the YouTube game, so, do feel free to leave your feedback. I look forward to connecting with you if you should choose to reach out to me. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can contact me at www.risingintheeast.com. You can send me a personal message or book a session. If you're interested in Akashic Records reading, I'm currently offering those for $10 a question with a minimum 3 questions and a maximum of 5. So if you'd like to do a little bit deeper dive into the Akashic Records and see what messages they have for you, I would be honored to go in and ask those questions for you. So do feel free to reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful, amazing day. Thanks. Welcome, beautiful souls that selected group 4. Oh, I'm so excited to get started and read for you today. Now, those of you that selected group 4, you selected this really beautiful quartz crystal. Look at this, baby. It's so pretty. I don't know if you can see all the gorgeous, reflective rainbows in there. Yeah, that's a good view. All throughout. So beautiful. Good choice. One of my favorites. So, the card that you received is forgiveness. Here's a little bit of a reflection from that light. Sorry about that. Beautiful, beautiful card, forgiveness. To me, this speaks of letting go of the old, letting the old be what it needs to be, and embracing the new, embracing a new version of the self, allowing more of our divine light to enter into the body. So beautiful, beautiful message. Let's dive in a little bit deeper. So let's look at this one a little bit deeper. Forgiveness. So more than forgiveness, what this is about is being a time of transformation, shedding the old, really getting in touch with our connection to ourselves, with, really tuning into Mother Earth and allowing for that healing, allowing that renewal, that rebirth. And what I'm feeling right now is that maybe you're experiencing a time of much needed rest. So rest for the soul, rest for the body, rest for the spirit. I just said that. Rest for the emotions too, right? Enough to recuperate and realign. So maybe you haven't been incredibly productive right now. There are some changes that are coming, and maybe that rest is in preparation for what your body knows is due to come. So yes, also forgiveness, letting go, releasing anything that no longer serves, cutting those cords, ties, and connections with past relationships, past behavior that doesn't serve you any longer. Really a time of release, letting go, allowing for the body to heal so that you can become born again, born anew. So that's a wonderful way to start out this session. Now with these cards, with this reading, I actually did not prepare the cards ahead of time. So I'll be shuffling, not live necessarily, but live for the reading. So I'm just asking for one card for group number 4. Now these cards will represent, this card will represent how you support yourself right now. How I support myself right now for group 4. How does group 4 support themselves right now? We have one card, please. There we go. There it is. Bath. So to me, Bath represents rebirth and renewal. This is one of my favorite cards from this deck. It's just so beautiful. I imagine all these wonderful things now, ever since I've seen this card, absorbing in through my skin whenever I take a bath. All the magic, all the amazing things that I put into the bath to charge it up, all those good intentions. Yes, I'm absorbing them, and it looks like this. It looks like magic. But bath is a time for renewal, for cleansing, for clearing that space, for growth and renewal. That time that we need to relax and prepare for what's coming. Now this next card represents what you need, right? So you're already taking care of yourself. You're resting, relaxing, doing what you think you need to do. So this next card will represent what you need to provide yourself with that you may not be aware of already. So what I need right now for group number 4, please. One card to express what I need right now for group number 4, please. Group number 4. There's no question about it. Change is coming. So what you need is change. You need that transformation that's coming, that's on the horizon. You need it desperately. We need to do something different to heal, to rebuild ourselves, to rebuild our lives. We need that renewal. Change will definitely give that opportunity to us. So I think for some of us, taking that next step, that next bold step of change, comes from a place of comfort, right? We're already in a space of comfort. We're safe here. We don't really want to move out of that space and transform, because that means pain, and usually it's not comfortable to change. So But with change comes, it comes newness. I mean, there's so many more rewards on the other side of transformation. And I do believe in some ways this is self-initiated. So right now the invitation is to embrace the change, take the step, write the story, call the person, take that step, move forward. It's time. It's time. You already know that change is coming. It's time for transformation. It's time to get out of that old husk and start new. This next card will represent what you're mourning, what you're grieving right now. What is group number 4 grieving right now? Naked before the stars. You know, it's interesting. I'm doing these readings and I feel very, very resonant with the information coming through for group 4. So I might be right there, right along with you. Naked before the stars. So as I look deeper into the meaning of this card, this absolutely resonates for me. And what this means is we all have questions about our physical appearance, some of us more than others. You know, we all have moments, things that we're insecure about, unsure of. And as somebody that struggled with that my whole life, not feeling beautiful because I wasn't a specific size, and being told that that I was less than by the people I trusted the most because of the way I look. It's heartbreaking. But if you know me, you know the quality of the love that I share. And that's really because that's what I hope for in return. So that's something I'm dealing with for myself personally. But I really relate to this because no matter what we look like, however we show up, whoever loves us because we have, you know, curves, soft skin, a little bit of wrinkling around the sides of our mouth, things showing up for gravity. We're bigger than someone else, smaller than someone else. Whatever reasons someone cares for us or thinks about us or values us matters not at all, because under the stars, who we are is who we are. We're loved for who we are. We're accepted for who we are. So for me, grieving the opinion, the permission, grieving the what's the word I'm looking for? Validation. Grieving the validation of someone else to show up and be who I am, to not step into the next stage, to do the next thing, to do what my heart leads me to do, because I feel like I have less value, because I feel like I'm not valued or accepted in the way that I appear to other people. You cannot let that hold you back. This is something I'm mourning. That fear, like this is my reason for not showing up, because I have a double chin, because I'm overweight, because I'm not my most healthy, svelte, curvy body, because my beauty is perfect under the stars. And It's true, it doesn't matter what other people think of you. The world's in the middle of a pandemic right now. People are dying right now. The last thing I need to worry about is the way that I appear to someone else. I know that what I have to say comes from my heart and that has value. And those who need to hear that message will listen. So if you're feeling this way, if you're feeling like you're afraid to show up because you're afraid of how other people will judge you, opinions they'll form, it's okay to have those fears. But at some point, maybe you'll end up being like me and realize, you know what, you can have those fears all day long. You're just holding yourself back. It's just one more reason, one more thing to keep us held back and afraid of shining our light in this world. I needed that message today. Thanks, Group 4. All right, so the next card for this group is How You Give. I just dropped the whole deck on the floor. I'll be right back. So the next card for this group is How You Give. So how does Group 4 give? How you share? How you show up? How does Group 4 share? How do they show up in this world? Group 4. Ah, there it is. Whoa. Whoa. The Akashic field. One of forces. It's still a little bit blurry, but man, that's cool. See if that's too close. I'm trying to give you a good view. It's like not. There it goes. Whoa. So the Akashic field. Very interesting. This speaks to me of all the magic of potential. Past, present, future, all aligning in this moment. Having access to that information, access to wisdom you might otherwise not have been privy to. I get the feeling that when you receive this information, you openly share it. I also feel like a message coming in about this is that using that potentiality will help you to create and manifest, to build these next steps. So kind of diving in and listening to those messages, I feel like there's a lot of pieces and parts kind of coming together and you're still trying to figure out how to form everything. And that's okay. You're in a great space. But do that. Take that time. Meditate on it. Allow the information to come in, to flow in. Jot it down. Try to organize it as best you can. But I do believe there's a distinct message there for you. This is definitely the energy of like magic, of manifesting, of creation. This is a time for allowing those dreams, those impossible ideas to really come into light, into life, really birthing that potentiality into reality so that we can create something new. So those are the messages that I have for you today, Group 4. Thank you so much for listening, for being witness to my vulnerability. Hopefully I wasn't alone. And lastly, I do have a message for you from the Akashic Records for Group 4. Let me grab that. Hold on. So this is a special channeled message for Group 4. Those that felt compelled and called to listen to the message. So the message is this. So appropriate. You are our creators, our manifestors, our magicians. Your gifts transform and shift. Your song has raised the vibration of the planet enough to shake her into healing. Your vibrations and creations activate and protect us. You may ask how. Om. The vibration is the soul's tone, your connection to God, the Creator. Om is I am. Tonal oneness, God particle. This is why you were chosen for your work. From your heart to your art, make, create, resonate, chant, sing, draw to you all of your tools. You need to make this world a better place, to draw to you all you need to teach others how to access their magical gifts. Your gifts are many. You are drawn to your work. Do it. Don't deny your passions for creation or value. They are a gift the world needs. So there's a lot to that. I think there may be some that interpret it differently than others. My hope is that the message is resonant for you. And my ask is this: if it did resonate for you, if you enjoyed the reading, I invite you to leave a comment, like, subscribe for any future related videos. And if you feel called to reach out directly for a personal reading, whether that's a tarot reading or oracle card reading, or if you would like to, if you'd like to receive an Akashic Records reading, I'm actually offering those. Well, $10 a question, basically. Minimum 3, maximum 5. If you're interested in that, you can always reach out to me on my website. It's www.risingintheeast.com. You can visit me on my Facebook page, my business Facebook page, or you can send me an email through the website. So I look forward to hearing back from you. I hope you all are doing well. So much love and gratitude, and take care.